What's up? It's your girl, Mickey Truth. You tune in to Miss Me With That BS, the realest spot on YouTube for calling out the nonsense. Make sure you tell a friend to pull up and hit that subscribe button and join the fam. Let's get into it.
Peace, what's up? This is Miss Me With That BS. I'm gonna just go ahead and give my disclaimer. I may be up on a soapbox for a little while. I wanted to touch on the Nazair Harris case with this Jarvis Butts unfortunate situation for her. I don't even know where to start. I've been going down a rabbit hole and I've found so much. I guess you can just disgusting things. I'm gonna just say it like that. Just disgusting things. Let me start from the beginning. She was missing since January 9th of last year. Her grandmother, who she lived with, did not call the authorities. Well, I'm gonna say this. Honestly, the grandmother never called the authorities. I mean, we're just saying that because I guess to say it, but technically, she just went to the school. She didn't get on the phone and call anybody. She went to the school. And from her testimony in one of my videos, I will, put, she said that the school told her to stay put, that they would call. So technically, she never called. So you heard me say January 9th of last year. So of course, we've passed a year already. We passed a year already. Her body hasn't been found. But Jarvis Butts was charged in a no-body murder because her body has not been found. Some article of clothing has, with blood on them, but no body. He was traced to be in the same vicinity as her. She did go to his job the day she went missing. She was at his job the day she went missing. She was in a vehicle that he was driving, which was one of his many girlfriends. She was in that vehicle with his business partner. I believe his name is Cordell Wright, but his nickname, or what they call him in the streets, is King, who is now in custody as well. Not for that, unrelated. But just listening to that, I think his man, his homeboy, knows a little bit more than what he's saying, because he told people that she was his niece. Now, uncle and a niece can have a close relationship. So I'm not saying that can't be. And when I mean close, that uncle was like a father figure. No funny stuff. Just, looking out for his niece. And if she needs to, she can come to her uncle for anything and about anything. But that wasn't this. This man has been communicating and having a physical relationship with her starting from the age 12. That's how far back these disgusting text messages go. And you can definitely find the text messages. Let me just put this out here. It's a lot. It's a lot. It makes you wonder who can communicate with a child like that. You can also tell it was a lot of things like going around. I think like from the beginning, even with the family saying like she was fast and all that. Nah, she was carrying out what she saw. I'm not saying it's right, but she was carrying out what she saw. Children mimic their surroundings, straight up. I'm also going to show you all a couple of videos that I found of her. Also, the word is that she was pregnant. And I did look at some pictures leading up to before she went missing. Her face is a little bit, more fuller. She was a very petite little girl, and I'm gonna call her a little girl. I caught myself saying before, talking about young lady, because I'm just used to that. I really don't like to use she and he's if I know a person's name. I might say young man and young woman, but she was a little girl. And physically, she was petite, slim little girl, but you can see as the videos progressed that she was gaining weight. Now, not to say she wasn't, snacking a little or whatever. She was in her early teenage years, so some children gain weight around then, especially if they're a little bit more social. And when I say a little bit more social, I mean just hanging with friends and not actually doing physical things that they probably used to do, like organized sports and things of that nature. So I'm not going to say off the rip, okay, whatever. It looks as if she was with a child. And that is most likely the main reason that Jarvis Butts took her off this earth, allegedly. He was Googling how to get rid of a pregnancy, even at home, with herbs and things of that nature. There was a text message of her telling him that she needs to do something because it's now hard for her to be active in gym and she doesn't want to fail the class. That's a kid. That right there, that sentence solidifies everything. That's a kid. She took a pregnancy test before, said it was negative. She told him it was negative. She was hospitalized for something. I'm not going to say hospitalized, but she went to the hospital for something. I don't know what that is. I don't know why she went. But she was telling him that she was in pain. Her stomach hurt, this, that, and the other. And the first thing he said was like, well, didn't you go to the hospital? And she was like, well, I'm not saying that. I'm just telling you that my stomach hurts. So I guess as time progressed, she knew what was going on. She's old enough to know, I think in her environment, missing a period. I'm gonna just give, I do apologize. I may be over the places. I'm not gonna hold you. This case got me like angry. I don't know him. I don't know her. I don't know the family. But they failed her. Like for real. They definitely failed her. I'm gonna go back okay, let's talk about her mom. We don't know too much about her. She was actually being raised by her grandmother. Her mother had some unfortunate situations happen to her as well. I'm not gonna dog the mother. I'm not gonna go on that because she had her issues. And one of those things is the same thing that was going on with Nazair, unfortunately. And I'm gonna give her props too, because she was actually one of the first people to help law enforcement when it came to Nazair. So let's not like get on the mom too much. Here's my issue. That grandmother and that aunt. I'm gonna put the video up too of the grandmother's testimony, which a lot of people may have saw, but now all these little nooks and crannies are coming out in this story, and I suggest you go back and listen to that grandmother's testimony as well as Shannon, especially now. I found everybody's social media page. And when you start looking and then going back to certain things that was said, you like, that's how I was with it. Okay, so the grandmother, this is all alleged. I'm only going by what I read, certain things that I've heard, but again, I don't know any of these people personally, thank God. The grandmother had her first child at 12. So we just gonna do that. And I'm not bashing that situation because we don't know what happened at 12. I'm not gonna say she was fast or whatever. I don't know. But she supposedly had her first child at 12. From what's being told with the family members, because shout out to, oh my God, I forgot that podcast name. I think it's Community Activist Network. It's two ladies, but they interviewed the cousin and the aunt. And boy, community, oh my God. I think it's Community Activist Network. I think that's what it is. Oh. My Mac ain't open. I don't want to stop what I was doing. But should have got my iPad. But Community Activist Network, I think if you probably even put something like that in the search bar, they may come up on YouTube. But shout out to them for that interview. It was very, very informative on a family member from the outside looking in, that said that they, tried to help and wanted to take custody of Nazair and her brother, who ran away from the grandmother's house. Now, mind you, let's get back on the grandmother. She has a set of twins. Shannon is a twin. I don't know. I mean, I read it, but I can't remember. I do know they are twins. That will, I'll never forget that because I got a set of twins myself. So, a set of twins, and I don't know if those twins have other siblings. Probably so. But the grandmother is also a foster mother of 11. Now, I don't know too much about the foster system. I really don't. But 11, I don't know her child to bedroom ratio. But I do know common sense that you have to have space for 11 children, and the girls and boys cannot be in the same room, from what I understand. If I'm wrong, please let me know, because again, I don't know too much about that. So she had all those kids, and she was living with Nazair at another residence, but it has been said that Nazair was having an inappropriate relationship with a young man who's autistic. So they moved. Okay? Now, I say this to say, there's still no spite or negativity or malice towards Nazair. And the reason why I said this is because I read certain things, and I'm gonna let y'all see this too. Certain things that they were saying about Nazair and say, this is no malice towards her, but I've read the things that they've said to her and about her. A child. Number one, anybody that knows me personally, I can't stand that damn good hair conversation. Oh, I hate to hear somebody say, oh, so-and-so got good hair. Any hair that grows is good. Like, just because it may be soft and curly, don't make your hair good. It's just a soft texture. But any hair that grows is good. Like that just bugs me out. That bugs me out. And it's another thing I can't stand when somebody, like if a dark-skinned person has soft hair or something like that. I'm dark complected in all three of my kids, which two are boys, well, men, excuse me, men. And all my children are dark. But my kids got what you would call soft hair. Like my sons with that baby hair that grow like down, like right here. But I've never told them that they had good hair. I never said that. And I never taught them to say that about others. So that was a red flag to me right there. You tell her that her hair is nappy. That's down talking a child. You're supposed to uplift them. It's growing, it's thick, whatever. Get the hair done, put the hot comb to it. I'm not gonna say put a perm, but you can definitely put the hot comb on the stove and get the little grease and get the y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You're saying she's hot, she just wants some. Like, that's crazy to talk about a child like that. Shannon, your own niece? And if you even felt like that, give her some help and show her another way. But wait, hold up. You can't teach nobody jack. This straight to you. You can't treat nobody jack. First of all, like I told y'all, I'm going along because I had a little detail right here. I got it right here, but certain things I say be taking me somewhere else. But let me stay on the grandmother about it, and I'll get to Shannon in a minute. Foster children, 11. For my, all right, 11 children. A few of them ran away from home. I'm not sure if they ran away and was placed in another home or came back to her home. I don't know that part. Nazair's brother ran away. I don't know where he is, but also shout out to him because he helped the lead detective in the case with the sneaker situation because they was looking for a certain sneaker, but Nazair had on another pair of sneakers. Okay. So the grandmother has all these children. Your granddaughter, your 13-year-old granddaughter, nobody noticed that she didn't come home from school. Yo, that is crazy to me. Crazy. And I was a latchkey kid. And for those of you who don't know, that was a kid that came home after school by themselves. Not when I was little, but 13, 12, 11. My mother was what you call a single parent. My father was in my life, but I lived with my mom. I lived with my father up until from birth to 3. But after that, I lived in the house with my mother, and my mother worked all my life until she retired. So I know what that's like. And the minute my mother knew when I was supposed to get off that bus, put my key in the door, and we had a system. Ring She'll ring the phone once, hang up, immediately call back, ring twice, hang up, and then call again. I knew that was my mother because I was not allowed to open up that door or answer the phone. And I had a neighbor that I had to knock on her door, and she would just put her head out, watch me put the key in the door, come in and lock it. And that door don't open until my mother comes home. So I know times are different, y'all. I get that. Trust and believe. I know that because I'm a parent myself. My oldest is 30 years old. I get that. I get that. But it just, I don't understand. You do not know that this child is not home from school. The aunt didn't know until the mother came from picking up some other children. The grandmother, excuse me. First of all, I know I tore my kids up with that, where you at, what you doing. I know I did that. Because what we're learning with Nazair and so many other victims, and we're not just talking about girls, we're talking about boys too. I never wanted that for my children. I never wanted that to happen. I never wanted to be the reason their life changes forever. Not so much the reason, or I wasn't on my P's and Q's when it came to things like that. Because we're not going to sit here and... Because there's some good mothers and fathers, and unfortunately some things have happened to their children. So I'm not going to say... I don't know, man. Let me get back. Let me get back. So the grandmother... This woman did not call the authorities. Homegirl went to bed, y'all. She died. She need to get some rest. Here's where I'm at with it, y'all. How could your body rest? How could you fall asleep? I already sleep light. But my daughter get up and go to the bathroom because my son's, like I said, when she was, starting to be social, my son was already out the house. So it was just like me and her. But I'm just saying, get up and go to the bathroom, and I get up and hear it. But I don't know. I've never been in a house with 11 kids, so I don't know how that is. I'm the only child. So my world was enclosed with quiet. It was just me and my mother. So I'm not going to speak on that. I learned a lot about children when I had my own. Especially siblings, because I have no brothers and sisters. But I'm going to say this. Either way, how do you rest? But now, I think this is when the text messages was going around the fam. Like, oh, well, she probably out going to get some D. Like, even if you thought that, you should have looked for her. Oh, okay. I got you. So she goes to the school and she tells the school, we are already on over 12 hours. Because I believe in her testimony about her daily routine with the children, they all got up at 6 o'clock. You got home from getting the other kids the previous night at 6. So 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. is 12 hours. And the kids had to ask you where Nazair was at. That's crazy. So you go to the school and you tell them, and you know what? I'm going to say this about the school. I really don't know about the parent didn't do this and do that. You put them on charges for whatever. I don't know that. But isn't that some type of child neglect? You go up to the school and say a child didn't come home from school yesterday. While you was in the house sleep, you got tired. You had an eventful day. You had to go home and get some rest. You didn't care who wasn't in the house. Obviously. Anybody that's Detroit schools and things of that nature, please tell me, is that normal? Is that normal? Why that lady ain't up on no charges? Something. Why don't she still have foster children? Something. So then she go on to say that, tell them about the kids, and they asked her if Jarvis ever come to the house. She talking about, never, not in my house. Let me be clear and let me look you in your eye. I wouldn't be surprised if you was having a relationship with Money Grip as well. Like for real. For real. I wouldn't even be surprised. Cause you was just too And I can already tell, because y'all definitely gonna get a picture of how they look. It's around here somewhere, because I'm sure gonna put it on here. Y'all probably thought that Jarvis Butts was the cat's meow. Since y'all on this good hair trip. And I'm gonna go out on a limb. His IQ probably don't even go too high up, because there ain't no way that you having relationships with nothing but children. But Shannon was 16. That's the word on the street. Allegedly, Shannon was 16 when he got out of jail for messing with a child. Come on, y'all. Y'all got me. Ooh. And then you say to your peeps when you get in question for those that found out that he a registered sex offender. Oh, he did his time. It's okay. He can be around kids. Yo, we all know that that's definitely not true. He on paper for that. If I believe you got to do what you need to do yearly, and every time you move, you better let somebody know. It's a website that you can go on to see who live around you. You know that's on them papers. I'm not. She wanted somebody that bad. And I'm gonna say this. I don't care who don't like it. Everybody's self-esteem over there is under the damn shoe. Under the shoe. Low. Everybody don't want to be by themselves. I get that. But come on. He probably told her some stupid behind line that probably wouldn't have worked with no woman with no grown woman business. This man, the word on the street, he got 22 kids. Ladies, why? One of them, he was driving one of his children's mother's car with Nazair in the car. Homegirl found her glasses. He in the interrogation room talking about all his relationships. How he got one woman here, one woman there. That ain't cute. That's not cute. That's not cute. That's not cute. You don't even got nothing to yourself. You riding around in everybody's car. All them women, you driving their cars. You on somebody's couch. And hold up, let's get back to... Wait a minute. Now I'm getting real angry. He supposedly was taking Nazair to a hotel room. Now, more than likely, he get in the room, then shuffling Nazair off in the room. But where the cameras at when they seen him with this girl all the time? Like, I get it, motel owner. You want your bread, whatever, but come on. Come on. He taking her to the motel. She in the text messages, she asked, are we going to the motel? So that was a regular spot. Like nobody found it odd that he was around this girl like that. Talking about he was getting the kids to come help him clean up this shop. Don't mechanic shops have tools that kids shouldn't be around? I ain't no mechanic. I know a few. I'm not no mechanic, but I know I won't want my kids at no mechanic shop. Then there was a little girl testified that some relations took place at the what's the name, and he was trying to get her. And it's a good thing she was with other people, because yes, it was him and her in a closed space where he probably would have did to that girl. But she was saying no in front of others. One of them was Nazair. Now, because I'm going to get to Shannon in a minute. Get to her in a minute. The business partner said he was told that was Denise. Shout out to Jarvis Butt's sister. I don't know if her name is Tamika or it's something with a T. Shout out to her, because she was there and she asked King who was that. No, excuse me, I'm wrong. Let me go back. She asked her brother who was that, and Jarvis said that was King's niece. Now see, let me tell you what Miss Me would have asked. I would have asked that, and when he said that, I'd have, hey, how you doing, King? That's your niece right there? That's just me. That's what I would have did. That's your niece. They told me that's your niece. I think King know a little bit more than what he's saying, because Jarvis called him on the jail call, recorded. Go get my phone. You know when you in it with somebody that will call your number. Because anybody that know me, don't call this horn right there if you jammed up. Don't call that. I'm sorry. I ain't gonna be able to help. Not for no nonsense like that. Don't call me and ask me to get no phone. Nothing. And the truck was a woman's truck. I gotta tell you about them too. Charles, man, one woman talking about his fiance. Miss, if you listening, I wouldn't even got up on the stand and said that. Because you didn't say it in past tense. One of the son's mother, the little boy playing with the glasses. Jarvis snatched the glasses from the son. Like, the minute I saw that, something wrong. Something is wrong. The fiance, he was a father figure to my children. What? Oh my God. My God. And then she says, he used to come and see her a couple of times a week, but he would leave 2 or 3 in the morning. That's your fiance doing that? Oh, okay. That's that new. That's that new fiance. I got you. You got Shannon saying he got 5 children with her. All of her children, he's the father, okay? But he has kids with other women in between the kids he was having with her. Some of them may be the same age. Then it's on paper. He violated a 4-year-old and gave her one of them free packages. Y'all know what free packages I'm talking about. Where was my brothers at? Why? I ain't condoning no violence, but in some family groups, some neighborhoods, he wouldn't have lasted. This man was able to do this to multiple children. And he cause let me, I don't do no name calling. I wasn't raised that way. But the way, and they probably more than likely, I'm not calling no names. I'm not doing anything. But look at the women he was targeting. That's all I'm gonna say. Look at the women he was targeting, and then you get in a relationship with him, and he was targeting women. It looks like, because I don't know how they live, so I'm gonna just say that it looks like. I'm not saying this is true. Women that probably were single mothers with young daughters, and he probably was, you know what I'm saying, looking, you know what I'm saying. The father ain't around. That's why it's imperative for children to have fathers. This is one of the reasons why it's imperative to have a relationship with your child. There are men out there that love to see a single mother and the father ain't around. A lot. I also hope that this case got into your spirit if you have young children. I really do. I hope this case got into your spirit. It needed to be. So let's talk about Shannon. Let me get to Shannon. She need belt to behind. She definitely need belt to behind. And that's a saying. I don't know that woman. I ain't saying nobody need to go and beat on her, so let's not run with that. But she 5 kids. My understanding, she was also, shout out to the community, I think it's Community Advocate Network or something like that. Shout out to them. Because one of the family members was saying that she was bragging that all her kids was by the same man. And I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. That's wonderful. That's good. I shout her out for that. I do. I shout her out for that. But she was flexing like he was something. Girl, he around here touching everybody. He had her mind too, y'all. He had her mind too. I don't know who's, I guess that's her daughter. A little girl by the name of Janiyah, which is Nazair's cousin. It's a picture. I'm not showing the little girl's face, but it's a picture. Look like they had like a little graduation ceremony or something. The look on that little girl face sitting on that man's lap. That's all I needed to see. That is all I needed to see. I don't get it. I I don't get it. Oh, let me get back to the school real quick. So all the text messages and stuff was on this school issue laptop. When since the school issue laptop can download text now apps? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just lost. You can't. I thought you couldn't do that on, I'm gonna say government issue because it's the school issue. Hell, you can't even get a laptop or tablet from your job and download some nonsense barely. And some of this stuff you might need to do the responsibilities of your job. But you got to ask somebody, yo, you can get me right here so I can do what I got to do. What is going on? And then you go in there and you see all this. This how you know people be low-key slow. Jarvis Butts was slow to me. He's slow. I don't care. I'ma say it. He's slow. You telling homegirl to delete all that, like God forbid anything happened to her, they couldn't get into it, which they did. Come on, man. Come on. Which they did. They did it. So you see all this. You say you saw a text exchange between them. It was a picture, but the picture was blurry. Some nonsense. Some you shot the quarter hot. You shot the quarter hot one. Cause you said now most of the world got the gram. Most of the world got Instagram. Most of the world got Instagram. Or you know somebody that got Instagram. Your kids, somebody got Instagram. The way she was explaining that, I'm like, well, what app is that? Because that ain't Instagram that she talking about. How you ain't see that? Talking about, oh, the picture was blurry. Now, I can say if it was, because I don't know if Android has this feature. But I can say if two iPhones was communicating and they did like that blurry thing on the picture and you gotta touch the picture for the picture to appear. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't know Instagram to have that feature. I don't know that. If they do, please let me know. But I don't know Instagram to have that feature. And even if they did, if it was blurry, I'm pretty sure just curiosity would have made her touch the picture. Okay? But bump all that, you saw something. You saw an exchange between your niece and your children's father, who you were still having a sexual relationship with. Now I'm going to talk about, I don't want to go too far in the text messages because it's graphic. But I'm going to say this. This child, he tells her previously that Shannon was acting up because she wanted to have sex. But if I just give her some, because she horny, it calm her down. Let's go a little bit forward in the text messages. Now, Nazair talking about, oh, she following you upstairs. You know what she want. Just go ahead and give her some so she can leave you alone. What the fuck? Woo! Oh, my God. The innocence that was snatched from this girl. The innocence. You got these videos where she doing her little TikTok dances and she looking in the camera. Now, women, you know how it is. You send a little video or whatever, some song you like to your dude, da-da-da-da-da. She was doing that. I don't know who she was sending them to, but going back to them videos, going to the videos and then going back to the text messages. When she was looking in the camera and saying certain things, she was talking to him. She, on one of the pictures, you know how you could do the little writing on the screen on Instagram, she wrote, I love you and all that. I don't know. let me get back to Shannon. So she tells the court about finding the messages. She calls him on the phone. It ain't sound like she was mad enough for me. She just was like, I know what you're doing, this, that, and the other. It's something to that effect. I can't remember word for word. But I'ma show that. She knew what was up and no authorities was called. But she told her cousins, in the past, when another child said that he tried to touch them, that she was going to call the police and never called. But she tells the cousin that a little girl that was staying at her house to play, that he tried her. I don't know, man. I don't know. But while this is going on, because one of the text messages, I believe, has a date of January the 13th. This young lady missing, and you bad talking her in text messages. God is amazing. So the fact that it's nobody, I don't know, keeping hope alive. You never know what's gonna happen. I mean, it's slim because of what they found. But if this woman is found, this young lady, this child, she don't never need to go back in their house. Even though it's a slim chance. She was set up for failure. She was really set up for failure. You bad talking her, talking about she going to get some D. With your dude. Or your kid's father. Now check this out. You got 5 children. You can't tell me none of them 5 children didn't know their father was having a physical relationship with their cousin. Kids talk. They may not talk all the time, maybe a little scared, but somebody is going to say something. And you be like, wait, hold up, what you say? Somebody gonna say something. You can't tell me what no chatter. Especially if somebody that's not related say that he tried her. So that child went and told Shannon. So you know it was heard amongst the other children. And he just able to just continue to be around Nazair, his children. And it was, I think on that podcast I watched, they was like, he wasn't, of course, a good father because they said he got 22. But I think it's like 11 that he's claiming. While Shannon was pregnant with one of her children, there was a 18-year-old young lady that came out and said that he fathered her child. Why are you attracted to that? Why are you attracted to that after he said something like that? And we're not talking about, I ain't even gonna say that either. I ain't gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. Either way, why are you attracted to that? Why you think that's cool? And just to put this out there, her father wasn't in her life. He was married when Nazair, I don't know, because he's deceased, so my condolences. He wasn't in her life, but he heard about her being missing and he helped with the search. And I believe he, don't quote me, I think he passed from congestive heart failure. So my condolences. I don't know. I just, this story is like, and then what is it Quillez? What's the other, I think he in Florida. He was having a relationship with his niece. And unalived her as well. Like, what y'all on? There's too many women out here that's going to do whatever for you to be messing with a child. For real, for real. That's crazy. That is really, really, really crazy. Ugh. All right, I'm going to get down off my soapbox. I just gave y'all the key points. Again, shout out to the sister. And you know what I like about the sister? She wasn't like too tech savvy. But she has said that the law enforcement, you know what I'm saying, can take her phone or whatever to prove that she was at that address and saw that little girl. Shout out to her. And she broke down on the stand while she was testifying. Because she knows who her brother is, if you know what I'm saying. Shout out also to Nazair's mother. We know that she didn't raise her, but being a part of that initial help to find her daughter while her people just thinking she out getting some. That's crazy. That's crazy. But I need to know what's up with that school as far as their tablet. One of the officers too, to me, I don't know him, but he seemed to get a little choked up because he did the initial interrogation. He was there when Jarvis was talking about all the women he has. And he laughing about it like that's cute. He seemed to get a little choked up. He didn't cry or anything, but as he's going over the conversation, the interrogation. Shout out to him. And whoever else that tried. Once again, condolences to Nazair Harris. She should be here. Their family dropped the ball with her. And probably so many other young members in their family. Or young members of the family and friends. Young friends of the members of the family. Because he tried somebody else that wasn't related to him. It's going to have to be a whole lot of counseling needed. Alright, so definitely like, comment, subscribe, share. Cause we gonna get into this. It got me in a chokehold. But don't forget, check out these pictures and everything I'm gonna put. Peace. Yeah, I'm here. I just wanted y'all to see all of that without me in it. All of that. You see the lovely couple? I'm inclined to believe that she knows where the body is at, allegedly. Because one of the family members say she know all his dirt. And I believe that I definitely believe. I believe that third party information. I believe that. he is probably allowed to do whatever. And I don't want to say allowed because he's a grown man. I don't mean it that way. But he's probably able to do any and everything to her without any repercussions.
I get so feeling, cause I thought it was over. Got me thinking my feelings over. You keep doing it over and over. You keep calling me back.
Oh yeah, she like that.